Hello everyone. Today's question is, will Hawwy and Megsys be invited to Balmoral this summer by King Charles? It's an outtake from a channel member's live stream on the 11th of March 2024.
Has the King invited them to the Balmoral this summer? Because we're doing Scottish, we're going to use my Scottish witch cards. Let's have an ask if the King invited them to Balmoral this summer. Balmoral's open for the season. Pardon me, it's open for the season for the first time this year. It's £100 a ticket to go and have a tour of Balmoral Castle. I would. We're up in Scotland this year, but we're not near Balmoral as near as we were. So, and there's something else I want to do as well. So, yeah, we might go up to the Castle of May. We might go up to a few places that are royal referenced, but we won't be going to Balmoral this year. But we will go at some point, as long as King Charles doesn't change his mind all of a sudden. 150 quid for a tour and afternoon tea. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, that's a bit much, but I would do it because it's a once in a lifetime thing. But there is, you can go out on the west coast. We're on the east coast, but the way we cross Scotland, the way it's not very far. It's easier to get to the west coast of Scotland where we are than it is to get into Aberdeenshire to Balmoral. And I want to go for a boat trip, and you go and see the orcas. There's a, what do you call it? Is it a tub of orcas or a coven of orcas? I don't know. I don't know. Gang of orcas that are floating around outside. That are floating around on the west coast. Let's have a look. Has King Charles invited them though? Pod. That's it. Pod. I think Coven of Orcas is good. Coven of Orcas. Right, Kingy, King. Let's have a look at you. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe he's invited them to buy £100 tickets so they can go around and look around Balmoral. Maybe he's giving them 10% discount or something. 2 of Stones in reverse. Everything's still out for the King, you know. He is really feeling kind of, I would say, he wants to get back on with it. Things are still quite frustrating. Things are not going as quickly as he wanted them to go. When it comes to Harry, I wouldn't hold his breath before he even got a discount on the £100 ticket. I think things have gone too far for the King because you have death in reverse. Here you have the Kalish, and you have 2 sides to her. You have her summer side and you have her winter side. And the winter side is very much like, she's basically an old hag goddess of the Highlands, and she used to go around and carry stones in her apron, and that's how you got some of the mountains in Scotland, because she dropped stones from her apron. So it goes. But when death is in reverse, it's very destructive. It doesn't mean like physical and literal death. It just means that people have gone too far in their behavior. The line have overstepped it and drew another line and then overstepped that. So they have, everybody has a boundary. Everybody has a boundary. The 9 of Swords is in reverse, the 9 of Skies. And we have the Queen of Skies in reverse. The Queen of Swords in reverse. The king is very cold to the idea of him, of his second son and his other daughter-in-law. What's known about the situation is that it is exhausting for the king to be thinking of his behaviour of his second-born son and his Instagram-loving bitch wife. But underneath, we've got a different story altogether. The Queen of the Skies in this tarot is the Morrigan. You don't mess with that energy. I think he is ready to cut them off, cut them loose, let them go. In fact, I would say that as well as all of those things being true, the king wants a little bit of revenge first. I can almost imagine him sitting, reading the paper, going, oh, Harry and Meghan, the king has invited Harry and Meghan to Balmoral, and him just sitting there reading it, going, have I? There must be quite a few things like that. The Five of Wands, a lot of fighting, a lot of affected fighting, a lot of trouble, a lot of strife, a lot of... the king thinks that Harry and Meghan have been just creating mischief and being awkward for the sake of being awkward. Two of Swords. He's not too bothered about them at all, I don't think. Nine of Stones and Risk. What does he want? Okay. And what he's going to get. Okay. So here we have got the Nine of Stones, the Nine of Pentacles. And you'll know with the Nine of Pentacles, when it is in the upright, you see a beautiful woman standing alone, very, very well dressed, her own accomplished woman standing there with a peregrine falcon or something on her wrist. Here you have it in reverse. So the king is a little bit befuddled, I want to say the word, as to how Harry and Megsy are affording their lifestyle that they're doing. We have surrounding the king risk. The Fool is in reverse. So this is the energy that Harry and Megsy are behaving towards the king. They are trying to pull a fast one about something around the king. And what is interesting to me, because the risk is so big, I think this is going to somehow play into the king's hands. Not that he would ever say that it would, but here we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The king knows, or he has found out, that Harry and Megsy are behind some of the mischief and the nonsense that was about Catherine, Princess of Wales. And the king is concerned about Catherine I think he wants, in that sense, the attacks to stop. And then we have the Strength card in reverse. Megsy is going to do something. Harry and Megsy is going to do something to the king or something to the royal family later this year that the king is going to be really unhappy about. And we have the Strength card in reverse. The Strength card, of course, relates to a Leo, and Megsy is a Leo. Now, one of the reasons I love these cards is the Scottish Wildcat is on it. And my clan badge has got a Scottish Wildcat on it. So there we go. Just saying. So I love Scottish Wildcats. They are not very adorable, but they are they are good. Let's have a look to see how Megsy feels about this, and then we'll have a look at Harry. Or should we do Harry first? Let's have a look. And then we'll do Megsy, and then I shall shoot off into the night. Let's do Harry. Does Harry going to go to Balmoral later this summer? I hope not, because that'll coincide with me being in Scotland and like, ugh. Page of Cups. No, he's still haranguing on about, will William's children be there? Will the Wales family be there? Will I go if they are there? Well, should I go? Should I want to be there? He's so convoluted, man. He really is not cool. Oh, thank you, Leanne. I really appreciate that. Thank you, lovely. The Four of Wands, though, what is up with them? They need to appear to have a good marriage and good familiar relations to make themselves look better. So that's a massive pressure for Harry. Three of Swords, hurt and heartache getting better. So he wants to give the impression that the stuff is healing with King Charles. And then we've got Justice. There's a Libra. I wonder if Harry's been advised by Kimmy. You gotta be nice. There's something coming up with the royal family. We've got the Hierophant there. He's really wanting to kind of push that through. He really wants to look like he is part of the royal family. The Ace of Wands and the King of Swords. This is strategy. The Five of Swords in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Guys, this is a bit of strategy from the team Harkles. I'm not going to pull a Megsy's cards. But what I am going to say is you've got Justice underneath. Now, that can relate to a Libra. That, to me, it looks very much like it is Kim Kardashian West. We have got the Four of Wands crossing over. They want to look like they have a happy house and everything's good and they're very good at their foundation and stuff. It's in reverse. So they know it's not true. People can see through it. People can see through their marriage. But yeah, they're being advised that they have to look the part. The King of Swords surrounding Harry. This, to me, it seems like Harry's first thought about Balmoral isn't the king. Harry's first thought about Balmoral is it's a strategy. It's a way to boost his PR brand. It's a way to get him in the good books. Oh, it's won't they come to the UK season again? We're going to have it within Griftis. We're going to have it with Troop in the Colour. We're going to have it with the King's birthday. Anything. The recording of the King's speech. Anything and everything. They are going to go backwards and forwards. And Harry seems to enjoy it a bit too much, to be honest. He's definitely feeling rather buoyant about it all, if you know what I mean. Doesn't work out, though. I don't think he's going to be at Balmoral this summer or next summer. There might be it might look a certain way. around in maybe in Griftus, like things are getting mended, but he will be back feeling sorry for himself, complaining and being out of the royal fold. The 5 of Coins in reverse. Harry's not going to church. Harry's not going to Balmoral. Which is really sad when you think of what happened to Queen Elizabeth. You'd think he would have got the memo and got the message that visiting invitations time is something that once it's gone, you can't get back again. And the experience of seeing his grandmother, Her Royal Highness the late Queen Elizabeth, before she passed, he blew it. But I don't think he's going to learn from it at all. So that is what I've got for you tonight, guys. I hope you have enjoyed these readings. Thank you very much for being members and supporters, or whatever you want to call it. It's all cool. Yeah, let the second son. Okay. No, don't send us to Balmoral for winter. That would be lovely.